Okay, pilots, let's get back into the planes again. Me and a friend of mine at work was looking at this one, and I also want to show you a couple things. Let's give a shout out to Russell, because man, he give me some cool Harley Davidson motorcycles, and they're the scale of my train. And I was telling him how I found an actual body shop, G-scale building, and I'm looking into getting a gas station too. And I told him that those would be just too cool sitting at the front of the gas station in the body shop. He gave me 4 of them all together. Look there, it's got tail lights. I mean, there's just detail all over these bikes. Yeah. Got a couple more here. And this last one, you just ain't gonna believe it. You ain't gonna believe this last one. Yeah. Look at that big old clutch pedal. Now, just look at this one. Let's see if anybody in the comments can tell me what year that Harley Davidson made their first motorcycle. Look at that. And look here. Look at the pedals. They left the pedals on in case, I guess, the motor broke down or you got it going started that way. I don't know. But look at that big old band there. Right here. It turns. Look at the kickstand there. No headlights. They didn't have headlights back in. Look at the springs on the seat. See if you can guess what year that is. Isn't that awesome? We'll have them sitting on a train. I actually got another one, but I've already put it on my Magnum PI flat car with his Ferrari and TC's helicopter. Now, I bet you didn't know this. No, I'm just kidding. Higgins had a Harley. But here we go. We was looking at this the other day, and I actually seen a video where James from Motion RC is flying one of these around. So you might be able to get this at Motion RC. But I got it off of Amazon. So let's see what we got here. It's got the 6-axis gyro. And it comes with its own controller, ready to fly. And there's quite a bit of actually an assembly to it. Got to put some screws in. It's kind of more assembly to it than some of the planes that we get today. But you can hand toss it, and it does have landing gear, so you can take off the ground. I've seen them taking off off the ground on it. But you know, there's always a but. Always a but. Couple of videos there where guys, pilots, and gals was having a little bit of trouble with the rudder control in this plane. Now, here we go with the instruction manual. I mean, you can see. Yeah. But I want to make sure of one thing. A couple warnings, you know, not to fly around power lines, tools you're going to need. Then we got the instructions on putting the tail on first, and a lot of it's in Chinese. Let's see here, that's the next page. So So you got a little bit of assembly on this plane. But I'm wanting to find the most important thing. The center of gravity. Because in those videos, nobody ever mentioned a center of gravity. Get my light on here. I got a 100-watt bulb in that socket up there and still can't see nothing in here. Seen videos on how to turn it on. You got to turn it on a certain way. Plug the plane up first on this one. Let's see, I've got to find that center of gravity now. Come on. Got to, mister. 3G. I was telling you what the buttons are. The buttons on the top of the controller. One's your high rate and low rate. One's turns the gyro on and off. And it explains what all the rest of the knobs and the trim buttons and the sticks. Still looking. How to replace the motor. Because I seen in one video, a guy says he crashed it and it snapped the shaft off on the motor. I'm still trying to find it. Most of them did say on the videos that you push your battery all the way forward. So maybe the battery compartment is just made for it like that. Because I see nothing on the center of gravity. Nope, just troubleshooting on this page. The angle you want to hand toss it if you hand toss it. And nothing on center of gravity. Well, we'll just have to trust the position in the battery all the way to the front. Now a little salt pack, keep it dry. We got our wings. Now the wings are in two pieces. Servo install. Look at this little bitty servo. Goodness gracious, it don't even look like it's all wing in there. I guess it is. I'm pushing on it, it ain't going no further. See the servo there? Wing strut. Excuse me, just ate some chicken strips tonight. And a lot said that these little wing supports and struts are kind of don't really snap in good. But you can glue them and you'll still be able to take your wing on off. You just won't be able to fold your wing strut down. Little small servo, look at that. Okay, you got a bunch of over glue there. I don't know if you can see it. A little bit too much glue right there. That glues that wing mount in. This piece of plastic here, you join your wing in there. And I had my little Arrows Pioneer and actually added lights to it, made it too heavy. It won't hardly fly no more. I mean, I could take the lights out, but I've glued them all in and done everything. It'd pretty much tear it all to pieces if I took them out. So I did take the, I see the servo horn ain't looking too good on this one. Yep, it's been flattened there a little bit. Servo horn there has been flattened a little bit. Let's see if we can get that back up without it breaking. Okay. And That servo looks like it's in a little bit better. I might have to check that other one, make sure it's in. Looks like the rest of it looks good. Didn't put too much glue on that one. But you can see how this one's got the shaft coming out. And this one has the female end. So get that together. Oh. And we hook our servo leads up to the correct end. It'll tell you. They did say it, that the instructions were pretty good. We'll get that together. Uh-oh. Yep, my over glue there, I'm gonna have to trim that up. It's not letting it go flush. I'm gonna have to trim my over glue off. See the roughness right here at the top? You have to make sure of those things. You got to make sure things are fitting correctly. Okay. And got some nice landing gear on it to be a micro plane. That spring's a little, that spring there is a little off, so that's sitting odd. Get that spring hook, just took the hook and pushed it on in the hole a little bit more. Yep, that's all it was. And it's got some flex to it. Yep. Seen somebody unbox it and the pants there been popped off. Nice soft tires. Should do all right. And we got a bag of goodies. We got a charger. Another charger. Can be used in a outlet plug or a computer to charge your battery. Here's another goodie bag. We got a prop, extra hub, or a spinner. I got some lock pins for the wings there. You stick that in the lock pins, the wing. Got a couple of little things here that might be, let's see on the landing gear. No, I don't know what them are. I'm going to have to read up on the two black ones. I ain't seen them yet. Oh, I know what that is. I know what that is. That's the extra shaft that you put into the prop. I guess they watched the man's video there and put you a couple extra little shafts in there. Got screws. It does have screws that you get to put it together, and I see even some extra springs for the landing gear there in case you lose your springs. Not too shabby on that. Not too shabby on extra parts. Now, like I said, now I didn't look at Motion RC again, but this plane might be available on Motion RC. And let's exercise our surfaces. Remember how we do that. I got the horn already. It looks straight. Already installed. 2 screws you put into it. And let's get our radio out of the bottom of it. If I can. Let me see. Getting a little 90-degree owl. Put the antenna. Get on out there a little bit. Oh boy. Make sure ain't nothing else down there. But like I said, I've seen videos and they say that the controller works good. Yep, gimbals feel good. Throttle stays down or up, wherever you want it. Comes back to center on the right hand stick. Buttons at the top. On and off gyro, high and low rates. When the radio's turned on, it'll tell you got power, it'll tell you you're bound up. Trim buttons are not broken, they work good. And it takes AA batteries. So here we go. Let's break break out the beef. Prop's already installed on it. Like I said, you get an extra prop. Let's just take that off. Shove down into a hole there. Look at that. Another piece of tape back here. Yep. Let's see. Don't be stuck to it. Still going with my burps. They've already, let's see, no, they can't do that. See there? Your two rods is disconnected because you got to get you horizontal mounted before you hook up. Exercise our surfaces before you hook up the calipuses on the control rods. Yep. And look at them springs on the wheels there. I guess some extra springs can fit that too. And like I said, you got 4 channels on this: rudder, elevator, ailerons, and power. Got a nice detailed cockpit. Can you believe that, on one of these little micros? It's even got gauges and stuff on it, the decals. Got the seats. Here's where aileron servos go in. Yeah, about the same size as that my Pioneer. And you got access for servos that goes to the rear. I can see them in there. And here's our battery bay. Let's see what our battery looks like. Comes completely off. Got a lot of wires in there. Oh yeah. See? 2-cell, 500 milliamp per hour. Yep. Two-cell. I see the ESCs right there. Yep. And it plugs into the motor right there. So if you have any problems and that battery slides, yeah, it looks like it goes a certain amount, and that's it. Okay. Number 2 plug-in, and we charge our battery. It's got a pretty good detail. Paint don't match, but you know. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's not too bad. Alrighty, I think that's it in the box. Okay, pilots, that's my unboxing. Let's see, now there's different names to this thing. We got here an A160 J3 Skylark. It's also got XK on the box too, but you see them in different names. Every time you look at one on the internet or on eBay or Amazon, a different name, but it's the same plane. So there we go. I'll get this together. I'll see if I can have a maiden flight on it pretty soon. I'm out.